Do I get to know what these are first, or do you tell me what these are?
I don't even know what they are.
Oh, we're both
Instagram,
surprised.
and Instagram just tells me. So we're in the middle of cooking of one of my sister Michael's favorite dishes and one of my kids' favorites of hers. We'll tell you about that later because I actually saw one of the questions asking for a favorite dish. So.
Oh, perfect.
Anyways, I don't think we actually have really filmed anything together, even on the show.
You weren't my couch buddy.
No, we were not couch buddies, even though, honestly, growing up, we were probably closer than any of the siblings.
We did everything together.
We really did.
Yeah.
From the fire department.
Yep. College. We took the same
yeah.
classes.
Wow. So it's kind of crazy that this is the first time that we're doing an interview together, but here we are.
Here we are in our 30s.
We're being interviewed by Instagram. Lots of Christmas questions because this is being filmed before Christmas.
Yes.
So let's see. What is your favorite thing to cook? Michael, what is your favorite thing to cook?
We just made my favorite thing to cook. It is so easy. It is a oven-ready lasagna. You can freeze it, store it easy. That's my probably all-time favorite recipe.
I will say it blew my mind how fast and easy it was. Mm-hmm. And if you were using the Bull News, you said what? Cooking in 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Yeah. So just honestly, about 26 minutes from start to finish. 30-minute meals. And you got so good at those because growing up,
they're my favorite.
Really gravitated towards helping mom in the kitchen. And I remember you were cooking. You would either make the dessert or the meal.
I didn't do too many desserts because I can't bake much.
But you would make, you'd make the peach cobbler.
I would do the cobblers.
Or lemonade pie. You did do lemonade pie a few times too.
I did do lemonade pie. I forgot about that.
Yeah, see? Nobody remembers lemonade pie.
You want to say with
Brad.
me?
Jay. Mm-hmm. I didn't know which kid was coming up. I just saw pokey hair. I thought you might be Bradley for a second because y'all look so much alike.
Are you going to answer a question with us? No? Okay, you just sit here and look cute.
Did Michael cook for you?
I love you.
So you would generally make part of the dish. You would make either the main course or help with the dessert or something. And it got to where you could make a full meal. You could literally put a full meal on the table by the time you were 10 or 11 years old.
Oh, I love to cook.
Baked meal.
Mom let all of us older kids that wanted to as part of our chore choices, and cooking was one of my favorites.
And you did great at it. You kept us all alive. I definitely got fat off of it.
You did not.
So anyways, her lasagna, you can go back and watch that episode, or you can wait for that episode to release. I have no idea when it's coming, but it'll be sometime. What is one of your favorite Christmas memories? And I think I know what this is going to be.
Are we talking about childhood?
It can be any. Just give me your favorite Christmas memories.
I think my favorite Christmas memory is Mom would have a Happy Birthday Jesus party every year.
I knew you were going to say that.
Barbecue chicken and coleslaw. All the food was reddish tint with white.
We did red and white. I remember one year at Rolling Road, we did everything red and white.
Red and white.
And we had it was overload white and red.
Yes. But it was so fun, and still one of my favorite memories.
Non-traditional food. We had the birthday cake, blew out his candles.
One of my other favorite things was Aunt Kay made us all of the costumes to play the Nativity at church.
And I remember that as well. Mine was very itchy. I did not love it.
I loved it. I felt like a princess in my Mary costume.
Did I throw my candle?
That was a different year, but yes, you did. Right to the audience.
I was very shy in front of people. And I remember this vividly.
I have that footage. I need to send it to you.
I don't think I need to see it again.
I have it. And Zach's about 4, and we're all singing for Christmas, white robes, little red bows, and he throws his candle into the audience.
First, I started biting your hair.
Bit my hair.
Yeah, and then I pitched my candle out in the audience because everybody was laughing at me.
They weren't laughing at you.
They were. I remember it vividly.
Yep, we have that on video.
Yeah, it almost, when I saw Home Alone for the first time, it kind of reminded me of when that little kid pushes over the whole thing, because that's kind of what I did.
Yep. Zach was very shy as a child. He's changed as a grown-up.
Well, I
would hide under the
table if company came over.
He'd bark like a dog.
A lot of company came over. Yes. So I was hiding under the table a lot.
Zach was not. We've kind of reversed a little. I'm more introverted now, and you're more extroverted.
Even in EMT school and stuff, and at the fire department, you were very outgoing, and I was more kind of just, I was probably more outgoing by then. But it was still equal.
The medical is still my element, though. I still snap out of my quiet reserved when I'm in that field. Yeah,
I could see that. So this is not family related, but Michaela is stunning and was always one of my favorite Bates girls. I agree with you. Michael was my first best friend.
Yes,
about 13 months after I was born, and I remember us getting to all those Oreos. Well, I don't remember it.
The pictures.
But I see all the pictures and hear the stories of us getting into all those Oreos when we were just crawling. We got into a lot of
trouble together.
My dad worked for Nabisco, so he would come home with leftovers, and we raided some Oreos one time and made an absolute disaster of our clothes.
Mom and Dad remade the picture, and we went to Ola Mills and have pictures at
I think we went to Freddie Burkhart's, actually.
Freddie Burkhart's.
In his garage.
We went somewhere, and we have those photos still.
We still do. Favorite game as children to play together? Me and you are probably going to be different on this. What was yours?
I was going to say anything outdoors. Building forts, digging holes, shooting BB guns, whatever we did outdoors.
I think growing up, mine was an outdoors game, but it was capture the flag.
Yes.
Because when we'd have over big groups of people, we'd play capture the flag, and that was a very big favorite. Now, as I got older, volleyball became my favorite.
I was never good at volleyball, but I do love to watch it still.
But as children, we did it because we didn't play a lot of sports together. We would try baseball sometime.
I remember playing kickball a lot. Baseball.
I remember a story on you. You hated to lose. Michael was the most competitive sister I ever had. Yes. She was so competitive, and she was a big tomboy, which is great because she got to hang out, and
I was very athletic.
She was faster than me as a kid, and that was much to my shame.
But I was a terrible sport. I could not lose.
When I finally started getting faster, she did not like to lose.
No.
So Mom and Dad created a game. We played imaginary baseball. Yes. In the living room.
And they would strike me out to try and help me learn how to have a good response. And I had never struck out. And I would stomp my foot and say, I didn't strike out.
It's an imaginary baseball game. And I never forget this. It was so funny because our living room was tiny. And Mom would be like, okay, I'm pitching the ball. And we would have to swing our imaginary bat at the imaginary ball. Yep. And, pretty much all of us got out a couple times.
Mm-hmm. And
Michael swung and Mom said, strike. And she said, I did not strike, I hit it. It's way over there. I can see it. And so they started arguing about the imaginary baseball game. And honestly, one of the funniest moments as a kid. Because it was hilarious from Mom's side too. Because here's Mom trying to tell you that she saw it go somewhere and you're telling her you saw it go somewhere. And the kids are like, it didn't go nowhere. The emperor has no clothes.
I have learned to lose a little more gracefully now, but it took a lot of years.
You still don't lose a lot. You're a winner.
I do not like to lose.
Yeah.
Me and Brandon will play board games, and I do not like him to win.
Y'all should film a game night on your YouTube channel.
I don't think anybody would want to watch it.
I would watch that. I want to see if you beat him.
I like to win.
Mm-hmm. What's one of your favorite Christmas dishes?
Favorite Christmas dishes? I think that I would probably say sweet potato casserole.
I do love sweet potato casserole, not gonna lie. I do that for Thanksgiving too.
But since I've married Brandon, his family does squash for Christmas, and that was new to me.
Really?
But it is also delicious. They don't do sweet potato casserole.
See, I saw that Brandon just did that
strawberry pretzel salad,
and that looks like a great Christmas dish as well.
That is his all-time favorite.
There's something special, especially his family comes from Michigan.
Yes.
So they bring a lot of completely different
It is so
styles
different getting
and
to have
food.
both holidays.
Yes.
Their Thanksgiving and Christmas table is very different than
ours would
They don't do mac and cheese. And they don't do the sweet potato casserole.
I don't know if I would like that at all.
Oh, it is very good. And it's
I'd volunteer to take the
both.
mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
My favorite Thanksgiving dish is Mom's mac and cheese, but if I'm doing Christmas, I'm doing my lobster mac. Because I like that a lot. Oh, sister, you've missed out.
One day I'm going to be brave.
You're going to have 3 Christmases this year and come to my house for one.
I might have to try that.
Okay.
I saw your recipe, but I've never been brave enough.
Let's see. No question. I just adore Michaela. She has the biggest heart and love for her family. She really does have a big heart. She even won the Big Heart Award for it.
I love my family.
And the kids all love her and Brandon both. They adore getting to spend time with Aunt Michael. Going to the zoo, trips to the zoo, things like that.
The siblings have all been so gracious to let their kids spend time with us, so it's very special to have play dates.
Let's see. What is the next recipe food item you're really wanting to try? What is your next recipe food item you're wanting to try?
What is the next thing I want to try? I don't know what the next thing I want to try is. I'm not very brave in the kitchen. I stick to my favorite 40 recipes and rotate them through monthly.
There's nothing wrong with that. Mine, though, is, and I have come very close to this, is also buco. And I hope I'm saying that right.
What is that?
So it's a piece of bone-in meat. It's a specific cut. It's an Italian dish, and it's a slow braised. And there's a ravioli that they make from it at Ruth's Chris. And
that sounds good.
I'm addicted to it.
I love
And so
ravioli.
I'm like, well, I would love to just make the whole dish and then come back. I keep meaning to share ravioli on the channel because I love making homemade ravioli.
Please,
it's one of my favorites.
Put it on there.
And every single time, it's such a long process that I'm like, well, I just don't. it's difficult for me to get into filming because I make my own dough and I go from the dough up. Well, all the different processes stack up.
it's
And for
a
me,
long-
I'll break it down because I don't mind making it one day, refrigerating the dough, come back and make and fill it the next day.
So it's a process.
Drop it in the freezer and then just cook it whenever.
That's what I want, in the freezer.
Yeah, because it freezes. Ravioli freezes so good. Any type of ravioli you're making.
But you just have to commit to a time.
But you just have to,
to
if you're going to make it in one day, then you've got to just commit to the whole process end to end. And it's like,
do it anyways.
I don't think Dan wants to stay here and film for 10 hours because I'm not as fast as I should be.
I would learn how to do that when I'm freezing.
We're going to do that. We're going to do that.
I would freeze that.
A good topping for meatloaf. I will tell you one of my favorite meatloaf toppings is my mom's meatloaf.
It is the best.
And it was Granddad's.
Yes. It is not traditional, and it will surprise you.
It is. It's a sweet.
It is
It's
sweet.
a sweet topping. I figured you would feel the same about that.
It is my all-time favorite. Are you going to tell people how to make it?
I'm not going to tell them here. They're going to have to come back and watch another episode.
You should do that.
We
one
should
with
call Mom.
It
Mom.
is simple and delicious.
Okay, that's Mom's next recipe to film on this
There
channel.
you
Will
go.
be meatloaf. Y'all
She
watch
makes
for it.
the best meatloaf.
Okay, we'll do that. What is the first meal you made with Michaela? The first meal I ever made with Michaela is an all-time children's favorite, peanut butter and jelly. We would come up from the garden because we had like a 1 acre garden.
Huge garden.
And it was massive. And we would can everything. We would cook everything. We would can everything for the whole year there.
Only
so
the
during
first
like
half of us kids remember
green
this.
bean season, it was like they were living in the garden harvesting green beans because we had rows, like 3 or 4 rows we'd plant of green beans. And so us kids would all be down there picking green
Snap
beans.
beans and string beans and
We'd
snap
come
beans.
Blue Lake 40s. I still remember it like yesterday. Silver Queen corn and Blue Lake 40s. And we'd come up and go to the
Peanut
house.
butter and honey.
And peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and honey, we do. And that was our first meal. So practically,
First
if
one
you
I
look at the
remember.
success of Uncrustables, that's chef material right there.
There you go.
And if RFK really outlaws them, then hey, we should post our the perfect peanut butter and jelly recipe.
Right out of the
I even make them
5-gallon
Uncrustables
bucket.
now. You know what I do? I take a big cup, I make the peanut butter and jelly, and the kids don't like the ends because they're picky. We were not allowed to pick our ends off, but my kids, they're allowed to. And you just smash it with a big cup, twist it, and it makes little cutout.
Guess what? When we took your Chloe to the zoo, we took Uncrustables because we're not super nutritious. And she pulled the crust off of her Uncrustables before she ate it. It was adorable.
I have failed as a parent, and I am proud of it.
She pulled every little piece off, cutie.
How is your real estate business going?
Oh, tell us.
I am always looking for more real estate business. It's going well. I love it. I enjoy getting to do it. I enjoy the people I get to meet. And if you are looking for a house or to sell a house in the Knoxville or surrounding area, I'm your man.
Call them up.
I don't talk about it much on here because I'm in the kitchen. But I would love to sell you your next kitchen. Or sell the current kitchen you have and help you buy a new kitchen, whichever one you want to do.
Well, these are some good questions.
They are. It intrigues me how involved some of the people in the Instagram community are with the family. And
People are so kind.
that's one thing I love about the cash and carries is, and you've been there, you've
Yeah.
seen it. We get to meet
Interact
the
with
people,
people.
interact with them, and get to meet some of the people. But there's several of them really dedicated. Some of them I even recognize from, oh, I met them at one of the cash and carries.
There's some really great friendships that I've made through cash and carries where people give us advice and message back and forth.
We should do some more of those. We'll have to see.
I love them.
Long as I can remember, and now my husband and kids love you all too.
Aw.
Well, that's great. Tell your husband I said hi. Tell your kids that we are so glad that they're enjoying this. We have a lot of fun getting to share, both on the show when we did it and now getting to share a little bit more individually from different families. And I'm trying to be a big brother and bring some more across here and us get together a little more
It is fun to
and
get
do
together.
some of this. I know you've done some with the kids on your channel, and the kids
Yes.
always look forward to
Love
doing
your
crafts, the kids' crafts, and they're so good because that's another. Let's talk a little bit about your channel. What y'all started that, and y'all started really with Brandon's drawing,
Yeah,
and
mostly
he's
with.
amazing. His whole family's very artistry,
He's amazing.
artsy, whatever you call it.
They're all very good artists, painters or drawers. So we started out mostly doing kids stuff, but then we've got a lot of comments and people letting us know that they also want to see.
Brandon's cooking. I know I would see more of that.
That's his one dish.
Well,
he shared
can cook.
it.
Well, go learn another one. Cook with Michael.
But we've gotten a lot of comments that people would just want to know more things that we do with the kids as far as more vlogging style. So we're
Yeah.
going to change up some things in the year and try to respond and
Well, I hope you keep doing the
Figure out
crafts
what
because
people
my
want.
kids love. My kids love the crafts. They enjoy
love
getting to do them,
making
and they're
them.
simple. They're simple and easy. Any parent could just go sit down and do it. I hope you do that, and I hope Brandon does some more cooking.
Oh, well.
And he's always welcome to cook here as well.
Well, maybe he should come over and he'll become a cook too.
He better learn from somebody better than me, but at least we'll have fun.
No, you're good.
I love that you two are cooking together. What is your favorite easy dessert? Okay.
I have one.
You just made it.
I did.
And it's going to be on the channel soon if it's not already. It's her blackberry, peach, apple,
whatever fruit
you want. We just do it with one at a time, by the way. But we enjoyed. You actually taught Casey and Chloe how to make it, and you're really amazing with kids. Always were, as long as I can remember.
They were about the same age as I was when I started
first
making
learned
it.
And so that was so sweet. A special moment for me to get to see
fun.
my little sister teaching my own kids.
Sister.
Yeah, sometimes I think of you as a big sister because you kind of were like a family mom.
A little too mothering. I was very bossy in our childhood.
It was your mom would have to remind you that you're not the mom because you wanted so bad. You had those instincts, and you just always have been so
bossy,
good with kids. No, you were good with kids. It's not just bossy.
Well, thank you.
And you were good with all of us. We enjoyed fighting about whatever games you make
together.
Up.
Yes, I had to change the rules so I can win.
But we enjoyed playing it. And I reckon this will be the last one. We'll end with this one. But what was your favorite part about growing up with 19 kids?
Oh, I loved growing up in a big family. I think because I was one of the oldest, it just felt normal. But the excitement of mom telling us a new baby was coming and getting to play house with real babies, and I loved everything about it. Getting to cook, getting to do chores, and I think probably most was the friendships. Because we're all super close. We did, like you said before, we did so much together. We did fire department together. We did outdoor together. We did cooking together. We did garden together. So just
everything we did, it was
the camaraderie
a community
and having a best friend.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite.
I would have to agree. I loved the fast pace of it. There was always something different every day. Things were always going. Things were always changing. There was always something to do. And sometimes I have to remind myself in the family I'm in with just 5 kids, I've got to slow down sometimes. You know, you can't just always be looking for new things to do and trying to do new things. You just got to slow down and enjoy where you're at sometimes. But it was very fun. Always different people to do things with. Everybody had so many different interests in so many different areas that it really
very different interests.
It was really fun. It was fun growing up there, and it seemed normal to me. Yeah, I didn't realize until I got married and was alone in my house for the first few weeks that it's not normal to live with 25 people at a minimum running around your house all the time when you count some friends in that we always had.
I didn't even count big family till you got to like 15 kids. And now that I babysit.
You got to have 12 kids.
And you have 5 or 6 and you're buckling them all in. Like, 5's a lot. 4's a lot.
5 is a lot. 3 was a lot.
My mom and dad were cool.
They were. I honestly don't think I could do what my mom and dad did, but I'm very grateful that they did it.
High five.
Anyways.
High five. Good job. I'm so grateful they did it too.
Well, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. This was super fun. We need to do this more, hang out more with the busyness of life.
Maybe Brandon can teach me how to draw something.
That would be cool.
I'm horrible at that.
I am too.
Well, until next time, until we see you in the kitchen, check out some of the other Q&As. Feel free to go back on the channel. I've done some with my mom, one by myself even. I really like having people with me to do it because I grew up in a big family. I like to do things with people. And also check out some of the recipes. Let us know what you like, what you love, what you want to see more of. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That was that and you're done?
Exactly.
That was quick.
Boom.